Welcome back, everybody. BJ here from BJ Drinks Beer, as well as BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Um, Happy 316. Hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday. Uh, in honor of 316, I have El Segundo's Broken Skull Lager to review. But first, in honor of the upcoming holiday tomorrow, I've got one from Spellbound. Um, Uh, I was there yesterday, stopped in for a couple, and in honor of St. Patrick's Day, they made a special little beer, and I couldn't help but bring a can home to review. So let's get it. This one is a 5.5% corned beef pale ale. It's an American pale ale with pickling spices. No actual beef in the beer, but even so, we took our classic American pale ale and infused it with traditional corned beef spices for a savory twist that's bright, refreshing, and unmistakably festive. Raise a pint, pass the cabbage, Sante. Um, this is not a pint. This is 12 ounces. Give you a look at the can. Love the can art. Simple, eye-catching, festive. Can't beat it. Making a mess. I don't know why I don't keep paper towels over here. Oh man, already the aroma is jumping out of the glass. It it's smells like someone's cooking corned beef. This is crazy. You got to imagine with the aroma this intense without me even being anywhere close. I did spill some on my hand. No, no, I'm definitely smelling it from the glass. You would have to imagine that they had to have used a ton of this pickling spice. Um, just as intense as the aroma is. Well, let's get a closer sniff. Whatever. On the nose. Oh my God, yeah. Straight up corned beef. Um, yeah, that's literally all I'm getting. It's the aroma is so powerful. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a look at it here. As you can see, a little bit hazy, but that could be the pickling spice doing that. Let's give it a try. So hard to explain. Yes, East Coast. You know, because when we went, I think that was my first time going there, and it might have been my second, but I spend a lot of time in that town now because of the wrestling schools right down the street from it, and yeah, man, it's almost like between that and there's another brewery that's like right down the street from the wrestling school as well in the opposite direction, and they're just like becoming my favorite places now. I do spend a lot of time in that town. Every every Friday night I'm there, and most Saturday nights. Not most Saturday, a couple Saturday nights here and there, sometimes Sundays. Um, yeah, so I stop in there often. But yeah, so much going on in this one. At first, just all of the flavor intensity is just very overpowering, and it almost comes off kind of like with the spices. It's not dissimilar from like say a pumpkin beer. Um, a few different spices here and there, but a few of the same. Uh, but then in the finish, yeah, you know, it's very sweet and spicy up front. But then in the finish, you get the hot bitterness comes back and it kind of balances out and evens out. Very light on the palate. Very easy drinking. Uh, yeah, that flavor really stays with you. Even after the hot bitterness fades, you still get that pickling spice. Never thought I'd be drinking a beer with pickling spice in it, but here we go. Yeah, I mean, having said that, it's very straightforward. If you just accept the spices just as one flavor, there's really not much else to it until you get to the hot bitterness. Um, I know with the pickling spices, there's several different spices that go into that, but like I said, if you just accept it as one thing, it's very straightforward. I'm not even going to sit here and attempt to pick out individual spices in this. Um, yeah, I'm not going there. If you're enjoying this video, finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Instagram and YouTube. And while you're at that, go ahead and give my other channel a follow. BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Wrestling Talk channel. We do TV stuff, we do local indie stuff. It's a good time. Check it out. Oh, if you've had this one or anything else from Spellbound, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you would like to find this one, the only place you can find this one is at Spellbound Brewery in Mount Holly, New Jersey. This was a small batch that was not distributed, and Lord only knows how much they have left right now. Rating. I will say this, it's very good. Having said that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this can, and I don't think I would ever buy a pack of this. It's too much. The spices are very overpowering, and I don't know. It's weird. It's good, but it's weird, and it's not something I would very easily get sick of. In fact, I'm like almost sick of it now. I don't even want to like finish this. I will, but the flavor, it's just, excuse me, too much. Uh, yeah. So I'm going to give this one 3.5 out of 5. Flavor's great, but like I said, it gets old real fast. Um, Still a very good beer to try. I just can't imagine they're selling a lot of six packs of this. You know what I mean? But no, it was delicious at the brewery. You know, straight from the keg, and it holds up from the can. I know this was only canned a couple days ago, so it's super fresh. But no, why would they date it? Um, but yeah, for the novelty, for the holiday, sure, I'll have a can. Um, yeah, 3.5 out of 5. If you haven't had anything from Spellbound, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. Every time I go there, the first thing I go for is Vice's Coffee Porter because it's not out in distro. Um, they do have a bunch of stuff out in distro, but the Vice's Coffee Porter Nitro, uh, it's a seasonal and it's not the season. So that's, you know, they distribute it seasonally, but they have it year round on Nitro. That's my go-to. Also, my boy that I go there with, Chrome Bum, he loves the Diviner Black Lager on Nitro. It's only like maybe a 3.5, 4%er. Stuff is delicious though. Uh, and they make a very good IPA. Their standard IPA is very American, maybe West Coast. Their American style pale ale, the base of this is very good stuff on its own. Their dark stuff I love. Their straight up porter, their San Paulo porter. Uh, can't go wrong with Spellbound. And if you have not been to the brewery in Mount Holly, New Jersey, and you're in the area and there's a way you can get there and you just haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. It's a great time, great people, great place to sit and have a beer. There's, if you're allergic to cats, might not be the best idea because there's a house cat, Esther, that creeps around. But otherwise, amazing place, amazing time every time I go there. Um, and I'm so happy now that I've got to go there more often. But anyway, uh, yeah, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time, cheers. But stick around. Next, I'll be reviewing Broken Skull Lager by El Segundo in just a minute or two. Um, with St. Patty's Day being tomorrow, I tried a couple themed beers. This, of course, this is kind of out there, but also, what did I have? Slack Tide. My last stream, I had Slack Tide, um, Paddy's Hole. It's an Irish red ale, and that was fantastic. And right now, I don't drink a lot of red. Um, I just got really sick of it. And Oktoberfest in Vienna is like, I just do them very sparingly, but that was amazing. It wasn't overpowering on the sweetness. It was very balanced, very good stuff. Paddy's Hole. Uh, I really, if I don't finish this now, I don't want to taste it when it warms up. Oh, it's just too much. Honestly, though, like, the taste buds have acclimated. It's kind of smoothed out a little bit. It's coming off as very sweet up front, and then like just, I don't know. Like I said, the spices all blend together, and then yeah, it's a lot sweeter up front now that the taste buds have acclimated a little bit. And the nose on this thing is crazy. Like, if you're getting that nose during this sip, it's a complete like the nose is so overpowering, and then the sip is like mild flavor intensity.
Just dragging the fuck out of the fucking window. Jesus fucking Christ.
I have no idea what that was. All right. Oh, how convenient. There's a paper towel right there. So I made a mess. All right. Next up, well, I already told you twice, but I'll say it again. El Segundo's Broken Skull Lager. Can I get a hell yeah? Ooh, that was nice. Ooh, that didn't taste great though. Yeah, so the burp with this stuff, not the most pleasant. That, yeah. Oh, I got here. Let me put on some tunes while I go get another beer. Where are Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Hey,
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
and a Bloody Mary. Where's? Oh, I'm looking right at it. All right. Let me switch back. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, I have no way to make a glass shattering noise right now. I value these glasses. Uh, all right. So this one is by El Segundo Brewing. It is an American lager. It comes in at 4.8%. Steve Austin's Broken Skull American Lager. This beer is the ultimate reward for a hard day's work. I did work hard today. I had like sick palates. Brewed with the best American grown barley and hops, Broken Skull American Lager goes down as easy as a 3-day weekend. Cheers to those who are out there earning it. It's got a little Broken Skull Steve Austin autograph logo thing. Yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? All right. Super excited to try this. What was this? 4.8? Okay. Super crushable, probably. I just hope the flavor's there. The IPA is fantastic. Whoa. All right. Nice head on that. About the color you would expect from an American, blah, blah, from an American lager on the nose. About the aroma you would expect from an American lager. This actually, no like coincidence intended, but this reminds me a lot on the nose of Real American beer that I reviewed a little while ago and I really did not like. So I really hope this is a little bit better than that was. And also on the nose, it reminds me of like Outlaw, um, light lager, light beer. I don't know. It's just I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy this. It's got okay. So I'm sorry. The aroma is up front, very, very sweet, almost like a circus peanut sweetness. Yeah, subtle breadiness, no sign of any hops anywhere. Let's give it a try. It it's better than I expected, but it's still almost exactly what I expected. So this one is very, very, like way too sweet up front. And in the finish, it doesn't have any kind of bitterness or anything to balance it out. It's just really, I don't know, the drinkability with that upfront sweetness and nothing giving you any relief from it. It's like there's nothing that keeps me coming back for another sip. Like I'm like hesitating right now. And I'm not checking the date because I think it's old. I actually got this case in today and immediately put this 4-pack in the fridge. Yeah, still the Best Buy is April 7th, so it's not the freshest, but what can I expect from that distributor? If you saw my last, or I don't know if it was the last term or the one before, but you know all about the double nickel variety pack I bought. All right. Yeah, as the taste buds acclimate, the sweetness it dies down a little bit, but not enough to make this that enjoyable. Um, the body of it, with the body of it, I would expect this beer to be super crushable, but the flavor is preventing that, which is not often the case. It happens. Um, but yeah, this one, it reminds me a lot of Real American beer, which I really did not enjoy. It's like if Real American beer was good, if that makes any sense. Um, I hope Steve Austin doesn't see this. He'll come and give me a stunner, but at least I'll get to drink a beer with him. Yeah, very straightforward. Like I said, it does have that flavor intensity. It has that drinkability. It just is too sweet up front, and that sweetness just hangs around, and there's nothing to relieve you from that sweetness. It's like a breadiness that almost approaches, like I said in the aroma, a circus peanut kind of sweetness. Um, yeah, I mean, I like the IPA. I'm going to say this now. I really like the IPA. I think it's American style. It's very balanced. The hops peak out nicely, but I'm not enjoying this one as much. I'm also not really a lager guy. Pilsners I love, but lagers, they're hit or miss for me. Uh, an American style, I'm not really a fan of. Like I like a good Helles once in a while. This maybe it's just an issue of this not being the style I prefer because I've had several variations of American lagers, and the only ones that I really, really enjoyed were from Tonewood. Uh, maybe, yeah, honestly, yeah, Tonewood. But this, yeah, as the taste buds acclimate, as as give it time to do its thing, that actually the sweetness up front is still as intense, but the middle portion has died down. Um, yeah, it's rough, and then the middle portion it dies down, but then there's nothing in the back end to relieve you. Like I said, no hot bitterness. I'm really disappointed about this one. The IPA was like good enough, um, but this is like a glorified Miller Lite. Maybe okay, that's unfair. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to compare it to in the domestic world. Um, but yeah, eh. Oh, oh no. I had to switch over to the BJ and DG studio to play the I drink a beer, I drink another beer. I don't know if you were here for that. Yeah, I think I have a burp coming. Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah. Wow. That's all I wanted to do. All right. Yeah, no, that wasn't a verb. Everything liquid stayed down. That was just pure gases. All right. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm. It helps with the algorithm, and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Instagram and YouTube. But if you're watching this video, you might be here for the wrestling reference. So you're gonna want to follow BJ and DG Talk Wrestling because we do all kinds of streams and we keep everyone caught up with not only what's going down, but our opinions and ideas. And we also we also talk a lot about local indie wrestling, and that's just been amazing. So yeah, go ahead and check out BJ and DG Talk Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Right. I keep wanting to skip that. If you've had this one. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll have to look for that. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. If you've had this one or anything else from El Segundo, why don't you leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it? If this one sounds good, sounds interesting, maybe it's something you might want to try, maybe you have some questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you would like to find this one, you can find this one at Joe Canals in Marlton. Rating. Mm. Well, hello there. Do-do-do-do-do. Like I said, I would love to be able to make an organic glass breaking noise, but I value all of the glasses that are in reach. Yeah, East Coast, definitely, man. Go ahead. I mean, I'm sure it's national. It should be available to you. If not, take the drive one of these weekends. You can get it at Joking House in Marlton. Not yet. You guys are just in chat. Uh, Chef, if you're just jumping in, it reminded me in the aroma and initially in the flavor a lot of the Hogan, the Real American beer. And the difference is this is a quality craft brewery making a quality product, and Real American beer was a cash grab. So, you know, it, this appeals to not only the masses but craft fans, whereas Real American beer, like craft fans are like, what is this garbage? Yeah, yeah. No, it was an American style. Um, the bitterness was tame. The maltiness was tame. It was like typical American style. Like, the bitterness may peak out in the finish, but like all around, it's like not unappealing. Whereas like a West Coast will blow someone away who's never had an IPA. Um, yeah, yeah. By all means, go back and watch later. Like you'll see. And in fact, I don't know if you saw me review the Real American beer, but wow, that was terrible, and my face and my mouth told you and showed you in the opposite. Yeah. Did I rate this yet? No. Rating. It's not something I'm ever going to buy again, and yes, I bought a four pack because no one's going to hand me a sample of this. Um, if they haven't already, and it was just, I had to do it for 316 and everything. I'm never going to go and buy a four pack of this, but that's not to say it's the worst thing in the world. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Broken Skull IPA I bought three times, and once was just because I was going to a friend's house to watch a wrestling pay-per-view. So I was like, oh yeah, Broken Skull. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one. Uh, before this happens, I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna give this one 3.5 out of 5. I'm sorry, Stone Cold. I expect to be stunnered if I ever meet you and have a beer with you, and that's fine. But yeah, this one is not doing it for me. Like East Coast said in the chat, the IPA is good. I buy it here and there. Ah, this doesn't appeal to me. I could definitely see it appealing to um, non-craft drinkers who like domestic drinkers who are Stone Cold fans. I'm sure this is great, which is kind of the same direction that Real American Beer tried to take. But at the same time, yeah, like as hardcore craft guy, someone who someone enjoys quality over quantity, and as someone who enjoys the more complex styles. This isn't my John, but I could definitely see it being many people's John. If you haven't had anything from El Segundo, well, I've only had this and the IPA, but I definitely recommend you check them out. Even if it's not your John, it's definitely a learning experience. Um, yeah, the IPA though, I would recommend over this if you're an IPA drinker. Um, to the non-IPA drinker, the IPA wouldn't be that appealing, I wouldn't imagine. But yeah, if you're not a craft person, if you're not an IPA person, I think you would probably enjoy this. Oh my God, what's up, Bart? Good to hear from you. Dude, I'm getting more interaction on this like pop-up stream than I have on like my schedules. Yeah, yeah. I agree, Bart. I agree. I second that. All right, well, I'm not going to bother doing my outro, but I am going to. I am going to have. I don't. I got to look in the fridge and see what I got. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, I figured it out. There's a couple things in there. I want to review them. I don't want to get too fired up tonight, but after a 5.5 or and a 4.8, or I think I'll be all right to have a. Oh my God, 13? No, I'm just kidding. Where is the John John? Oh, 8. Okay, yeah, it's an 8%er, and it sounds amazing. So yeah, I'm drinking it. DG, stop it. All right. Oh, that's too close to the edge. That's not gonna taste good when it warms up. This next one is from the West Coast. This next one is from Prairie. It is a stout with cocoa nibs, vanilla. Oh yeah, espresso coffee flavor and peppermint. It is called. Oh, it's an 8%er. I already said that. And it's called Mint Conditioned. And you got to get a look at this can. Oh my God, that can is awesome. Like, so much going on here. And the exhibit is the can. That's great. That is brilliant. Oh my God, that can is awesome. Oh yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, yeah. Like liquid television. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. How dare you talk about our home like that? And by the way, Bart, you're in South Jersey. He's in like just south of Central Jersey. There's a huge difference. You're just talking about the town. All right, let's get into this one. And we're back on the news. This it's like you dropped a York peppermint patty into coffee. It just smells absolutely amazing. And it 8%, this is by far the smallest beer I've ever come across from Prairie. But still 8% is huge. It's like double almost everything else. Like, or no. Anyway, um, yeah, the mintiness is the is what shines through the most, but in the background you definitely get notes of that espresso. What else we got? Vanilla. I'm not picking up any vanilla. Cocoa nibs, you wouldn't really get much of that in the aroma. But yeah, it's like a York peppermint patty dropped in coffee. Let's give it a try. Oh, oh. This is absolutely amazing. So smooth, not cloyingly sweet. It's just got that subtle richness to it. The mint is it doesn't stand out as much in the flavor as it does in the aroma. The coffee and the chocolate just chilling in the background. This is amazing. Yeah, the espresso and the like I said, the espresso and the chocolate provide like the base, the cocoa nibs. The espresso and the cocoa nibs provide the base, and then just that peppermint just comes through so hard. Um, yeah, you don't really get much of like the stout base. It's all the adjuncts that come through. Yeah, this is like just like in the aroma. This is like a York peppermint patty dropped in coffee and just ground all up. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, it's amazing um for an every once in a while. I couldn't see like really enjoying this like I couldn't even see like really getting this once a week, but for what it is and for just like the random four packer, I don't even know if it comes in four pack or six pack, but just for the random like purchase, like yeah, this is very, very good. And I did not purchase this. This was a sample. Most of the beers I drink on stream anymore are samples because I get a ton of samples at work and I would rather review them than spend money. And and I always buy the same stuff for myself anyway that I've already reviewed. So I know DG. I can start it whenever I want. I'm sorry if any what just happened. I see you popping down there. I really just don't know what just happened though. Yeah, I know we're all starting, and that's why I wanted to get the Stone Cold stuff over with. But I'm not going to be on too much longer. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and watch Raw in a little bit. Start it late so I can fast forward through some nonsense. Um, yeah, this one, excellent flavor. Sits pretty thick on the palate. Um, very drinkable for the bold flavor. Um, The peppermint comes through very nicely. I was a little scared in the aroma that it was going to be just like very, very peppermint forward, but it balanced out very well. Yeah. Um, if you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why is the beer over there? If you're enjoying this video, I didn't schedule this stream, so he hasn't popped in. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer and I'm on Instagram and YouTube. And while you're at it, hey, why don't you give my other channel a follow too? BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. We talk about the mainstream stuff, we talk about the local stuff, we have guests every week. You guys, if you're a wrestling fan or if you just can't get enough of me, you guys aren't gonna like this. If you've had this one or anything else from Prairie, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe add some questions. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you would like to find this one, I can't help you at the moment, but this one is so good, I might just bring it in. It might just be available at Joe Canals in Marlton pretty soon. Um, I just got to look into pricing and so on. And it is kind of like getting toward warm weather, so I don't know if there's going to be too many people picking up stouts in the future, near future. But regardless, you know, I think I might just bring this one in just to like, because I know it's going to age well, so just to have like, oh yeah, I'll take one of these. I don't know. Rating. Yeah, this one gets a 4.5 out of 5. Um, Absolutely delicious, super balanced. Uh, Everything it advertises. It's just, the reason I'm not giving it a 5 is, I don't know, why am I not giving this one a 5? Hold on. Right, because it's as if I literally just smashed up a York peppermint patty and threw it into espresso. I don't get a lot of the base in here. It's kind of lacking that like stout flavor. It's got everything else going on, but like I said, all I taste is the adjuncts. 4.5 out of 5. If you haven't had anything from Prairie, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. Their sours are the one I've had was very, very good, but their dark stuff is the highlight. What? Specifically, I love me some Prairie Bomb. And you can find that at Joe Canals in Marlton. And during the holiday season, we usually have Prairie Christmas Bomb. Just another amazing beer. One of my former coworkers, I recommended a Christmas Bomb to her, and she came in the next week and was like, "That was like Christmas in my mouth." And I was like, "You're welcome." Uh, but yeah, if you haven't had Prairie, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. And maybe at some point in my life, I'll make it out to the brewery in Oregon or Washington. Or no, I think I was right the first time. I can't see. That's very small. I don't even think it says. I think it's Oregon. I don't know. If East Coast is still there, he would probably know. He's not. He's not. He left. Well, yeah. So that's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. But stick around because we're going to be hanging out. I'm going to be hanging out. I don't know who else is hanging out. But I'm going to finish this. I'm going to try to finish that. It's going to be terrible. It's only a sip, but yeah, it's going to be rough now that it's warmed up a little bit. Maybe I should do that now that I have a stout coating on the palate. Hmm. Actually smells a little bit better. No, still the same. It didn't really get that warm. Oh, that's right. I bumped it and it moved. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out for a couple minutes. I'm actually gonna use the restroom. I'll be back. Remember to mute. And as the taste buds acclimate, this one really hasn't changed much. I'm maybe getting a hint more of the base, but obviously it's all about the adjuncts with this one. With Prairie, typically, that's not the case in my experience. Well, then again, yeah, I guess Christmas Bomb, the base isn't really as present. There's so much going on in that one. But solid beer, really enjoyable. Just just slightly seasonal. I didn't leave myself anything to cheers with. I did buy a 4 pack of Broken Skull. Oh, I plan to. I plan to. There we go. That makes sense now that he was on Busted Open because I was reading something about like something that he like recently said, and it makes sense that it was this morning on Busted Open. I get it. Why am I crooked? There we go. On the nose. Well, after that stout, this isn't going to be that bad at all. Barely taste anything. I got a mint chocolate coating. Ugh. Um, yeah, man, I haven't said it quite enough, but go ahead and sub to BJ Drinks Beer as well as BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Um, you know, trying to be more active in the beer department on the beer page. I do a weekly stream. This is the weekly stream. Um, but I'm trying to do more. I just, it's hard to find the time because BJ and DG Talks Wrestling has me just booked. I got no time to even drink. Like, yeah, like, and it's been such a blast, man. This, if you guys haven't, like, even if you're not into wrestling, like, just check out an episode. You'll be like, oh my God, these guys, like, I don't even know what they're talking about, but these guys are amazing. Um, because that's usually the reaction. Uh, I made that up. But regardless, it will be your reaction. And see, I'm over here on the beer channel trying to talk to wrestling fans. So I don't know what to say because there's not a lot of crossover in my experience from what I've seen. I mean, I know a lot of wrestling fans like beer, but not a lot of wrestling fans are craft beer drinkers. And from what I've experienced with getting to meet and interview a lot of these wrestlers is that not a lot of these guys drink. So, there's really not a lot of crossover there. But hey, if you are one of those people, go ahead and click all those buttons you need to click. Can you save this for the show? Because we need the context, but oh my God. And that's right. And some never drink. And Rick Blade, good to see you, man. Hope you're recovering well from your surgery. That happened. I'm pretty sure that already happened. I don't know. Hope you're well.
Just real quick as well, happy anniversary to Rick Blade and his wife, because that was a couple days ago.
Oh, happy anniversary. Who's that? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was the Ginger Family.
Hope you're well after your surgery. I'm pretty sure that happened, and happy anniversary. Can't wait to see you again, man. Uh, you jumping in on my streams is one thing, but getting to see you and getting to have a conversation with you in person, that means the world to me, man. So can't wait to see you again, dog. Anyway, it's funny too. Say his name and half an hour later he'll appear. Uh,
1 hour later.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, best of luck to you, man. Yeah, best of luck to you. Hope everything goes smooth. They got these things down to a science nowadays. Hope it goes well for you. Either way, can't wait to see you next time. I don't know how long the recovery is going to be. I don't know how long it's going to be before you make it out to another show, but looking forward to seeing. Yeah, that's right. I say a lot of things, but DG usually says it best. Yes. I don't want to keep you guys. I know Raw's on. Um, I'm not going to start it for another 20 minutes because I just want that fast forwarding ability. Uh, what's going on down there, man? Are you are you doing the Macarena or something? Now he's doing the Macarena. I'm sorry, you guys can't see this, but my producer is down there dancing his ass off.
I would just like to say the sooner you go watch Raw, the better. And after the opening segment, that is what we're probably kicking the show off with this week on
So
Sunday.
everybody sub to BJ and DG Talk Wrestling because Sunday at 5, we gonna have some stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm convinced that WWE watches our show and has been watching for several months.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. I just want those royalties.
Hey, as long as they're taking my ideas and running with them, they can watch all they want.
Yeah, but you know what? Clip it, put it up there tomorrow morning, and be like, if you want to know what's going to happen, tune into our show Sunday. You'll find out what's going to happen Monday.
But yeah, man, it's been an awesome stream so far, man.
Also, Tuesday. Let's talk about Tuesday for a second because
Well, I'm here.
that's
Yeah,
going to be like a
sure.
5-hour show.
Yeah, we're going AEW style.
We have 4 events to talk about. 3 guests so far. Maybe 2. I don't
Yes,
know.
and they have Sideshow, SPO from this past week, and
4
Backcountry to
shows.
talk
4
about.
shows to talk about. Bunch of guests. Like 3
No,
dozen guests.
three shows because we'll be
No, no,
talking
no.
this past. What's the 4th show?
Friday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. We got to preview Spo.
It's going to be
You're
a
not
lot.
catching you're not catching NXT live, dog. But there's
I
so
don't think
much
I
to
ever do
talk about.
anymore.
Watch the show tomorrow. Oh my God. we've had a good run of very good Tuesday night shows, and this one, if we can keep it together and stay focused and stay on task, and it's going to be our best show ever.
Yeah, this will be a little bit different from the past months of shows to where we've had a guest at least for the first hour, if not the entire show. Instead, we have a guest lined up in the first hour, and then after that, we'll be talking about everything else from there. These are
Yeah.
all surprise guests. So this will be a very fun show, but I will let you get back to your review as Raw is coming back from commercial.
On the nose?
Cheers, everybody.
Wait a minute.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
do do do. Yeah, so I already reviewed this. I have nothing left but to say goodbye at this point.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
I will not be having a Bloody Mary.
I always thought it was a glass of wine for some reason, but that could have been a different promo.
Probably. He's probably done that multiple times. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Everybody, I know you guys are not partying on 316 because anybody who celebrates is home watching Raw right now. But for anyone who might be out there celebrating, partying this joyous holiday, be safe, please. And for anyone out there tomorrow, have fun. Yeah, no, I don't need to explain the joke. Let's go. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. And top of the morning to you.